In the heart of Nashville, one man's vision redefined what it means to truly care for those in need. Father Charles Strobel, a humble priest with a boundless heart, dedicated his life to serving others, particularly those marginalized and in need. In 1985, driven by his unwavering belief in dignity and compassion, he opened the doors of his parish and started Room in the Inn. With little more than faith, he welcomed the homeless in from the cold, offering them simple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, a modest meal that carried a powerful message of care, respect, and hope. Room in the Inn was founded by Strobel because of his continued desire to meet the needs of the unhoused. Today, his legacy endures through the creation of the Strobel House, a $35 million development named in honor of the late Father Charlie Strobel, embodying his lifelong commitment to community service. The Strobel House stands as a place where the homeless can find shelter, support, and dignity, continuing the work that began with one man's simple act of kindness.
For coming. We are excited. We are excited, overjoyed to share what's on the other side of this wall with you all. On behalf of Metro Government, Nashville, Davidson County, and the Office of Homeless Services, I am honored to share the excitement of this ribbon cutting, the state-of-the-art downtown condo riverfront property. Lovingly named after Charlie Strobel.
Woo! I've been thinking about what Charlie would say today with his name being on this beacon of hope for all those that he loved. And I think he would be honored and humbled. And then I believe he would reflect for a moment with gratitude on his childhood home, just a few streets away, also known as the Strobel House, where his mother and his aunts were examples of hospitality and service that were rooted in a supportive community that carried him throughout his life. So I want to thank Charles Strobel for calling us once again, in big ways and in small, to be a community of neighbors.
Advocacy organization Love Beyond Walls in Atlanta, Georgia, offers this gentle reminder. People experiencing homelessness deserve to experience the type of love that goes to battle alongside them, not against them. Today, our city and continuum of care have shown love and taken a critical step towards providing housing for individuals experiencing homelessness. This initiative aligns with our Homelessness Planning Council's strategic goal of ending homelessness for all by expanding the housing inventory for those who are chronically homeless and in need of permanent supportive housing. The Strobel House will serve as a sanctuary where individuals can recover from the trauma of homelessness in a safe and supportive environment. And it is through these types of endeavors that our city will effectively end this trauma of homelessness.
Father Strobel's legacy of compassion and tireless work continues to inspire us all, and it's fitting that this center, a true beacon of hope, bears his name. HUD is grateful for the work that you do on a daily basis, work that is often unseen by the public, but makes an impact for individuals and families that need a safe place to live. Your dedication and generosity are the foundation upon which the Strobel House stands. That is Nashville. That is helping our neighbors. Today is a great day for the city of Nashville. And again, we at HUD are honored for the opportunity to take part in it.
First thing I want to do today is reflect a little on the name. Father Charles Strobel, Charlie. I'm wearing a bracelet today with Charlie's name on it. It says, "Love your neighbor." Years ago, I started joining Charlie in his work before I knew his name. I volunteered in the soup kitchens that arose out of that work of welcoming people and starting to feed them that he had organized 30 years ago. Then I met him and got to understand his work better. Charlie served with me after we had gotten to know one another on the Homelessness Planning Council, and he did that work until his body would not allow him to. And yet, he continued encouraging people willing to do the work in what he knew to be his absence coming ahead. And we've worked across now 4 different mayoral administrations to ensure we got this right. And now we're here with new homes for people in desperate need. So I want to thank the many mayors who have worked on this project, our partners at MDHA who lent so much support and technical assistance, the Homelessness Planning Council on which I served, our Office of Homeless Services, General Services, the Housing Division of Metro Planning, council members who are partners on this as well, and so many partners who have been here to do this work, who are here today to celebrate it. And I know what that will mean to the residents of all of these new homes. Here at Strobel House, we say welcome home. Thank you, everyone.
On behalf of the Strobel family, thank you, Mayor O'Connell, the Office of Homeless Services, the people of Nashville, and all who have made this building and its resources a reality. It's a true testament to the generosity of our community to help the unhoused. My Uncle Charles would be humbled and thrilled to see the efforts of so many different groups collaborating to provide homes for 90 of our neighbors. I can just see the grin on his face and that twinkle in his eyes. He would have loved this, not because his name is on a building, but because some of our fellow citizens have permanent housing. As a family, we are grateful for this facility and for the opportunity to share a few words about our beloved uncle. Uncle Charles was a visionary, an innovator, and a man of action. He was also a generous uncle and advocate. He would now encourage us to be there for each other, to not give up, and to make sure our neighbors have what they need. Thank you again for honoring our Uncle Charles.
Depaul USA is a national homeless service organization that comes out of a Vincentian charism. And what that means is that we look back a few hundred years to 2 historical figures who happen to be Catholic saints as well, St. Vincent de Paul and St. Louise de Marillac, who were really the first European social workers. And their whole essence can be boiled down to the belief that we must work and walk with the poorest of the poor and support them individually with dignity. So that charism should infect everything we do as an organization providing services. We're so excited to come to Nashville and work on Strobel House, and we'll do everything possible to honor the legacy of Father Charlie.
We're going to move forward with the ribbon cutting ceremony. I would like to bring all of our guest speakers and family members and board chair.
Oh, sure. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Riverfront property, condo downtown. This is awesome. This is where we house people right in the neighborhood. Metro takes pride in not outpricing our people from the very areas that they actually once experienced homelessness. Several mayors, prior administration, came up with a wonderful idea maybe 5 years ago. We went through COVID, lumber costs went high. Mayor Cooper and council member at the time, Freddie O'Connell, saw fit for this to be the location to house our individuals. What is awesome is 90 units of housing for individuals experiencing literal homelessness, either once was living in a shelter or once living on the streets or an encampment. You will see on the first floor a state-of-the-art computer lab. There's computers and laptops there. There will even be a printer there. We're looking to bring in individuals that will help with specializing in making resumes, connecting them to job placement opportunities, helping them to increase their overall quality of life. What I am most proud of is that each floor has laundry facilities, free laundry facilities. They can do laundry whenever they want and will not have to pay for it. People that once would have to throw their clothes away because they were so soiled, or partner with the laundry facility or a shower company in order to be able to have clean clothes and to take clean showers. They now will be able to take a shower in their own home and wash laundry right there on their own floor. In this state-of-the-art building, we are fully ADA compliant. We will be able to assist individuals that are experiencing life in a wheelchair. Also, we will be able to assist individuals that have visual and hearing impairments. This is exciting. Another huge amenity is the mailbox. Something just as simple to be able to give someone your address where you can receive mail. And packages. There's even a location downstairs to receive large packages from Amazon. One thing that we should also highlight is a lot of our people experiencing homelessness utilize the MTA and or utilize bicycles to get around. They have a whole indoor location to lock and shelter their bikes to keep them out of the elements so they'll last a lot longer.
The crisis of homelessness is the crisis of death. We have to first acknowledge that they are our neighbors. We have to see what their needs are, and then we have to address them one at a time. It is hard for any social service agency, any government agency, or any nonprofit to serve people experiencing homelessness when there's not options that sell hope. Strobel House sells hope. There's 90 new units in our city today that we didn't have yesterday. And if we want to move the homeless out of encampments and out of shelters, we have to build housing. And not just create a roof over their head, but a supportive community where there are relationships that help them grow and heal.
We get to honor Father Charlie Strobel, who does have his work as his legacy through projects like Room in the Inn, but this is the city, this is Metro stepping up to create something that Charlie believed in deeply, which was mitigating the challenges of homelessness. And so what it also is our first significant permanent supportive housing project that is publicly developed. And that means we are trying to invest in people that are likeliest to be chronically homeless.
I'm a visual artist, and I'll be creating a mixed media mural, part sculpture, and it will honor the legacy of Charles Strobel, but also the idea was created by people who are currently experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity. So I worked with community engagement with people who are living this experience, and we came up with an idea to make some artwork that will wrap around the side of the building.
It's a bit of a bittersweet moment because the house is phenomenal. But as you walk through, or as I walk through, it reminds me so much of Uncle Charles, who I miss so much, and all the work that he did on behalf of those who are less fortunate. And so I wish that he were here today, because he would be thrilled. He would be over the moon with how well this facility's turned out. He would be humbled also that his name was attached to it. And I think it also challenge us to say, what's next? You know, there's still a very pressing need out there So we as a community, what's next for us to address that problem?
I think we have learned a lot in developing this. We have still quite a bit of money left in the most significant one-time investment we've made, an allocation of $50 million. Some of that will go into smaller scale permanent supportive housing implementation. And we want to learn all the best lessons we can about how to create this type of housing as quickly as possible to make sure we understand the need as well as possible. And we've invested a lot in our data and technology that helps us serve our homeless community more effectively as neighbors who lack secure housing. And so we've got a number of things on tap that will let us extend the successes we see here at Strobel House.
The Strobel House it's incredible. Just driving up and seeing our family name in letters on a building that so many people have worked hard to make happen it is truly incredible. It's also very humbling to know that it came from our Uncle Charles and all of the great work that he's done to help the homeless and the unhoused in Nashville. So as our family was talking about it after our tours today, it's a beautiful place, and it's going to serve so many people for so long.